You are in no contact with someone that maybe you shouldn't be with. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is someone that's replaying memories. It also says someone returns from the past, but the nostalgia, revisiting the past, playing memories over in your head. There is someone here that has some sort of soul tie connection to you. This is also my card of past life connection. So there is someone that feels very much connected to you and your energy and the time that you did spend together. This person is revisiting and can't stop replaying the memories. So we're going to see how this person is feeling towards you and maybe what are the blocks that are stopping them from coming forward. But what is up, guys? It is Christina, the tarot reader, and I have a reading for you. Let's see, how's this person feeling towards the collective? The Lovers and the Page of Swords. This person is an obsessed energy. The fact that they still see you as the Lovers means they look at you as like a past flame. Like they have not got past the emotional intensity. They have not got past the passion. There is something still about you that ignites them to the point that they're still creeping on you, still stalking you, still always making sure and checking in on you and seeing how you're going and how you're progressing in life. This person still holds a sense of infatuation when it comes to you and when it comes to this situation. They're still enamored with you. They feel they're paralyzed by fear, that they've been in this hermit, that they've been in this isolation, that they're actually quite lonely, that this has been somewhat of a missed opportunity, that they let slide. They're dissatisfied, they're unmotivated, they're depressed. This person's really going through it emotionally. I just see them in that isolation, revisiting times, better times when they were with you. And with the Lovers here, this just feels very twin flame-esque. The kind of connection, the kind of intensity that it would have had, it would have been very much hot and heavy off the bat between you and this person. Now they're in this place of regret and fear that they may have missed something that was so special that they haven't come by ever since. That's why they revisit these memories, because you are someone that no one else really compares to. Let's draw underneath the Lovers. How are they feeling about the Lovers? That there was a breakup, that there was death, that there was a drastic ending to your connection. Maybe it was premature. Maybe they felt that it was an untimely ending for your connection and it deserved to have more spark. I'm not even seeing a full-blown relationship. I'm seeing someone that the connection was just so intense, so deep, and then there was a total change. There was an overhaul. There was things that came to be that stopped this from moving forward. Page of Swords. We're back. I had to tend to my barking dog. But Seven of Cups came out underneath Page of Swords. And I keep looking at shiny object syndrome and wild imagination and also illusion. There must be some way in which you're presenting that makes this person feel like they desire you more now than when they even were in your presence. Maybe it's deepened over time, like this person's continued to observe you, continued to watch you, continue to keep up with your content, and they've fallen more into this illusion, into this fantasy of who you are, of what you present, what your perception is, and they have a wild imagination with it. They're a little bit out of center when it comes to their true intuition with you. They're a little bit, they may idolize you in a bigger light. They may see you as someone that is more of an enigma, that's more of a presence than a person at this point. This person would have you on such another tier, such another pedigree, like you would not be a normal thing for this person. Let's just draw the Hermit in reverse. Ooh, to the floor. They've been paralyzed by their fear, even though they know that they show up in some sort of King of Coins energy, that they have a strong sense of self-worth. but they feel a paralyzation of fear when it comes to you. And it must be the way that they're viewing you, okay? The way that they see you online or even in person, it stops their confidence. It stops their sense of actually going and seizing. This guy would not be in hermit paralyzed by fear. So there's obviously some sort of pedestal, some sort of vulnerability that you trigger in this person to make them question themselves. Like, King of Pentacles is a successful person. This person may be a business owner. This person may have fame. This person may like have serious wealth. There is a sense of just like, this person's good. Like, they show up for themselves and they've got more and above and more than they fucking need, okay? This person literally should not be so restricted by fear of approaching you or fear of rejection. That just wouldn't be in the King of Coins pedigree. But they are. And there is a sense of lacking that true focus to come in and get what they want. They're very much acting in this page energy. They're very much acting in these lesser suits as they are in this no contact with you. Four of Cups. Okay, so there could have been an ending between you guys about 3 months ago. This brought about a cosmic trigger, okay? It's started a new emotional cycle. They feel abandoned. They feel alienated. They feel like they've been put through harsh conditions. Maybe you really drew the line with this person, or something happened in this situation that made them feel like you ghosted them or that you didn't show up for them in some sort of way. But there's a reason that they feel alienated or rejected or outcasted by your energy. Maybe you didn't respond. Maybe you didn't retaliate. There's something about an ending that happened about 3 months ago that's allowed them to enter a new emotional cycle with you. And they may be seeing clearly now, seeing things a bit clearer. But there's still a sense, I want to just know, what are they going to do? What is their next move? They're at a crossroads right now. They want the Four of Wands with you, but they lack the support right now. They have not made the plans to come in towards you to really seize this Four of Wands. And again, 2 twin flame cards came out in this spread. This person may be a real twin flame connection of yours. They may have had to go through these realizations with you. They may have had to have been this sequence of events. However, they are not standing forthright in any way. The Two of Wands is reverse. They have not made the plans. They have not been able to make a way forward towards you because they know when they come in, it's like a serious reunion. Right now, they're kind of in the outskirts. They're lingering. They feel you in their energy. They feel a sense of fantasy around you, but they haven't had the courage to take those steps forward. One more. 2 more. 9 of Wands, you may have them blocked. They feel blocked out, but they're going to keep... You may have this person blocked right now, but there's something that they're going to keep persistently showing up for, okay? And they have been stalking on your page, so even if you have them blocked on one place, I do think they have access to you in other places. They feel like there may not be a clear path forward towards you. They have not figured out how they're going to make that happen. But they do have a mission to have this Four of Wands reunion with you. There is a sense of the connection of who you are to this person that makes them want this. We're going to just draw these cards, and I just want to see how this person, the healing. We love to see that, but they got the fantasy. As I said, they're in that fantasy. They want a second chance. They are fantasizing heavily, okay? The way you present, you must be a freaking goddess. Like, There's something about you that just seems out of this world. The way that you curate, the way that you present yourself, like there's something about the way that you deliver that is just so unique to you, that has this person fantasizing about you in a different way, in an elevated way, in a way that really consumes them. And they're wanting a second chance here. Reconciliation, making amends, an opportunity with you. They are brokenhearted, heartbroken, destroyed. They have been healing though through feeling the heartbreak with you. And that they may have been shallow before, that they're feeling shallow right now, hollow, empty, boredom. There's a piece of them that's missing. One more. They've had a perspective shift of exactly who you are in their life, exactly how important to them you are. Something has really changed in this person's energy. I want to just see how they show up for you. So how does the collective view this person? Wow, you saw this person as someone that lacked direction, that maybe didn't know how to drive things forward with you, that there may have been a third party love triangle, that this person maybe didn't show their authentic self completely, but that you were always really optimistic for this, but they really didn't have that drive forward. And there may have been someone else's influence. There could have been heavy partying. There could have just been a third party element to this connection that didn't align with you, that it just didn't work out. You really saw this person. You needed this death, this transformation. You saw this as someone that was only here for a period of time, that couldn't be trusted, that couldn't be completely relied upon. You did see this as a potential soulmate though. So there was energy between you guys that was reciprocated. There was a depth that would have got very intense very quick. There was a sense of balance between you two. But when it came to actually driving things ahead or releasing these third party ties, that's where there was the halter. That's where this didn't escape, that part. They really didn't have the forcefulness to drive things forward. Instead, they kind of didn't know where to take it, how to maneuver it, didn't commit, was a little bit Seven of Cups, a bit all over the place, a bit head in the clouds, wasn't completely grounded and centered. Chariot in reverse. That this person takes too long and you've been moving on. Because of their lack of drive forward, you've been moving forward. You've been overcoming that hardship. You don't want to be patient. You know that this person would take forever and you don't want to necessarily wait on this person, the Sun. The Tower, count your blessings. The Hierophant in reverse, unconventional life choices, making a stand. So this person did allow for things to come down between you two. There was a shocking end. They didn't stand true to their commitment to you or making a stand for this connection. There were challenges, but they didn't necessarily overcome them. At least not with you. Okay, what's this Three of Cups? That it was a missed opportunity with you, that it brought about so much tension, that it brought about so much burden because of what was going on in this situation, but that it was something that you also missed too. You missed this opportunity. You were really hoping and counting on this person to show up and show through, but they weren't able to make the stand you needed. on their unconventional life choices, in the way that they were acting, in what they decided to do and how they moved within this. You were on the brink of collapse with this whole connection. 6 of Coins. Strength, the strength of your connection. When it was just you two, when there were no interruptions, your give and take, it was both ways, baby. You both loved each other deeply. There's a sense of reciprocated energy here that was felt between you and this person. 2 of Cups. Queen of Swords and Justice. You may have told this person how it is. You may have said, I know exactly who you are to me. You know exactly who you are to me. We need to do what's right here. We need to stand in that truth. We need to make that call for ourselves and stand in our justice, stand in our fate. This person may not have completely adhered to that. I actually do want to just get one more for that row. How did this person react to that? But it is something that's fated. That there was a big decision around the nature of your connection and it moving forward. They needed patience. They needed more time. They're reevaluating their plans. It took about a month. Like, there's still a sense of this person's energy of not being able to be completely forthright in a way forward. And there may be outside blocks because of the situation. Okay. What's the future outcome here? Manifestation, the Magician. In time, truth will come to the surface because your energy, your magnetism, it's too attractive not to. This person's going to come forward with that clarity, with that truth. When things are truly in balance, they're going to come through Page of Cups. Judgment is going to hit, okay? I do think they're standing in indecision right now, but they're going to have a moment where judgment hits, where that clarity hits truly. Right now, I think they're in this Page of Cups. They're dreaming about it. They're wish-washy about it. They have this hope for a future. But when the time comes, there's a cycle that they're going to close out, literally the world, and they're going to have the willpower to break through that hermit mask. How they've been watching you, how they've been on the sidelines, they're going to come forward with communication. Ace of Swords. Things finally in harmony after not being in harmony. And this person's going to tell you exactly what you mean to them and exactly how they want to drive things forward. That's what's meant to happen within this connection.